As the movie begins, we see a car arrive at a white building and a young girl watches the car arrive. She then steps out of the house with a camera to observe the car, but it looks abandoned. She then walks in another direction and she meets a very strange-looking man. At first, the camera does not capture his face, so that gives us the impression that the man is really tall. The man tells her that he brought his long legs today and bench to match her height level, and then we see his face. He looks like a pure antagonist from a horror movie. In seconds, he charges towards the girl, and then the camera goes dark. Just like how it always happens in horror movies, we know he killed her. In the next scene, we are taken to a conference room with a bunch of young FBI agents, and of course, their leader gives them instructions. The camera focused on Lee Harker and a male colleague. The leader updates them on a wanted man and serial killer they are to find and gives them specific tasks. After the meeting, Lee Harker and the male colleague go out together to perform their task, which is to search for the man. They get to a really quiet neighborhood and the man leaves the car to check the apartments while Lee remains in the car. She then gets a weird feeling about the whole environment and she gets out of the car, walks to the front, and stares ahead. Her colleague comes out to meet her and she tells him exactly where the killer is. He asks how she knows and she tells him that she does not know. The man reluctantly goes to check the apartment and immediately he enters. He gets shot in the head. The lady summons the courage to go into the house and she meets an already surrendered man. The FBI, on the other hand, realized that her being able to randomly guess the killer's location is not ordinary, and they begin to test her for psychic abilities. After conducting a series of tests, they determine that she does have special psychic abilities, and she is placed on a new case. The Longlegs case, the main suspect in a series of brutal murder-suicides targeting families. All the victims share the same birth date, and each crime scene features a cryptic letter signed Longlegs. She is put under Agent Harker so they can both solve the case. On her first day on the case, she realizes and tells Carter that all Longlegs attacks on families are from within. All the weapons used are from the homes, and there is also no sign of Longlegs actually entering the house. She is of the opinion that Longlegs has a way of telling his victims exactly what to do without him getting involved directly. That night, she reluctantly follows Carter to meet his family. There she meets his wife, Anna, and daughter, Ruby. Anna accepts Harker warmly and Ruby invites her to her room. Ruby tells Harker a bit about herself and also asks Harker if she always wanted to be an FBI agent. That's where we learn that Harker never wanted to become an FBI agent, but an actress. Ruby then asks further questions. She wants to know if it's scary being an FBI agent. Harker confirmed that it is scary. Before they say their goodnight, Ruby invites Harker to her birthday party, and Harker agrees. Harker heads back home, and not long after she gets home, she calls her mom. She talks to her mom about how she's not able to sleep and how she is stressed by work. Her mom is a nurse, and she offers to help, but Harker does not want to stress her mom, and she thinks she will be fine by herself. As the conversation is still ongoing, someone comes by the house and bangs the door loudly. She cuts the call and goes to open the door. As she gets to the door, she has a change of mind as she gets to the back window. She sees a scary figure standing in the distance, staring straight at her. She panics and, without wasting any time, picks up her gun and goes into the woods to challenge what she saw. She does not see anything, so she turns back to her house, and through the window, she sees the figure already inside her house. She bravely moves towards her house to confront it. She enters her house and, with her gun in hand, searches the whole place, but she does not see the person. But she then sees an envelope on the table. Her name is written on it and an instruction not to open the envelope till the 1st of January. Of course, she does not wait, and she opens the envelope right away. It contains a creepy-looking birthday card for her upcoming birthday. The card also has weird symbols on it and the word Longlegs. The next day, very early in the morning, she reports to the house of Longlegs' newest victims. She meets Carter there and he briefs her on the family. They were supposed to go on a vacation to Los Angeles, and they already got tickets to Disneyland. Carter shows the note Longlegs left behind, and she instantly translates it. Carter is surprised she can do this. They then head to the bedroom to see the dead girl, and there they meet the forensic team that tells the girl had been dead that night. Harker calls her mom again and tells her that she would be very busy henceforth because of the new case she has to handle. Her mom is worried they are overworking her at work and also for her safety. Her mom reminds her to always pray, as prayers are the thing that keeps them safe. Later that night, we see Harker doing intense research. She's gathering all the evidence together, trying to get to the root of the matter. She then discovers a pattern in the killings, and the next day, she shares it with Carter. She tells him about a former victim of Longlegs who managed to stay alive, and Carter immediately asks that they visit the person. First, they visit an abandoned building that Harker thinks will give them more answers to their questions. She already got a clue during her research, a part of Longlegs' writings that read X marks the spot. Not long after they get to the building, they see a spot on the group with the cross sign painted on it. Carter immediately breaks this spot to see what is beneath. After breaking through it, they see a creepy doll. They take the doll to an expert to test it, and that is where they come across a metal ball that was in the doll's head. I guess the ball was the doll's brain. The experts also show them something weird about the ball. It makes ultrasounds, and for some reason these sounds have a way of triggering Harker's psychic abilities. After this discovery, Harker goes to meet the former victim in a mental hospital. The young lady recounts how Longlegs gave her a doll as a birthday present and how her father murdered everyone in the house when she was away on a field trip. She tells Harker about how the doll that Longlegs gave her used to speak to her, or at least speak to her mind. The girl would always listen to the doll and will in fact go as far as killing Harker if the doll asks her to. Now we understand the main purpose of the metal ball and why it's able to make sounds like that. Harker then goes to her mom to ask her questions after she learned that a few days before her 9th birthday, her mom called the police to report an intruder, and by the description she gave, the person looked just like Longlegs. She gets to her mom's house and asks her questions, but her mom claims she doesn't remember anything about that part of their past. But she tells Harker that she never disposed any of her old stuff, so Harker can go to her old room to check. Maybe she'll find the answers she's looking for. She gets to her room, and after looking around for a while, she comes across a photo of Longlegs. She immediately remembers when Longlegs came over to her house a few days before her birthday, and she took a picture of him. Remember the first scene of the movie? Yeah, that's the scene I'm talking about. Turns out Harker was that little girl and Longlegs did not kill her. Harker takes the picture back to the FBI, and with that, they capture Longlegs while he is waiting for a bus in the street. They take him in for questioning. He is asked some questions. He replies some, but he keeps on insisting on seeing Harker. He even sings her a birthday song for about 20 minutes. Knowing fully well that her birthday is in a bit, Harker then asks to talk to Longlegs privately. She sits with him and asks him questions. She knows Longlegs does not work alone and she is desperate to know his partner, but he insists that she ask her mother instead, as she knows everything and has the answer to all her questions. Right there, Longlegs smashes his head on the table several times, killing himself. Harker with another agent goes back to meet her mother to ask more questions, as now she is certain her mom has the answers to everything. But from her bedroom window, she sees her mom shoot the colleague with a shotgun. Harker then rushes outside and she finds her mother all set to shoot a doll that looks like her. Her mom shoots the head of the doll. Harker is so shocked by this and she faints. We are shown a flashback. In it, we see that all these while Harker's mother was Longlegs' partner. She posed as a nun, delivering the possessed dolls to the families that would later be murdered. She made an agreement with Longlegs to spare Harker's life when she was young. Harker's own doll, still intact and unused, gave her psychic powers and guided her in life. Asked, Longlegs lived in the family's basement during her childhood, giving him the nickname the man downstairs. Waking up in the basement to the sound of a ringing phone, Harker finds her way upstairs to answer it. She then hears a voice that says, "You're late for Ruby's party." Harker, without wasting any time, enters Longlegs' car that has been in her mother's garage and rushes to Carter's house to stop whatever tragedy that is about to happen. She sees her mother already at the Carter's house, and the family is in a trance in the presence of the doll. The whole family loses control and Carter kills his wife in the kitchen. Harker is then forced to kill Carter to stop him from killing Ruby. Her mother is still hell-bent on killing Carter's daughter to complete the ritual, so Harker is forced to kill her own mother, also to break the trance and stop the killings. As the movie ends, we see Longlegs in the interrogation room. He smiles, says "Hail, Satan," and then blows a kiss to the camera. That's it for today's video. Leave a comment if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.